you guys? It is Meri.
And Amma.
And we invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, y'all, because we are going to be talking about Paedon Part 3, you all. And this time it is all about Meri's alleged abuse. Yeah. And how if he said all the things, it could really ruin the show. Yeah. Lord, can we just eat some Skittles on that one?
And it went way beyond verbal. Like, what in the hell are we talking now?
Were you beating their ass, Meri?
Like,
what were you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, he
maybe
do
saying some mean things about the girls and
he said it went beyond verbal
to make them feel bad. Like all kind.
My thing is, it could go. So the verbal aspects out of it. So we have spiritual, emotional, physical. So spiritual and emotional is really like verbal for real. So I'm putting it on physical. Or mom said sexual abuse.
I mean, I was just asking. Not that I'm thinking that's it, but like,
physical abuse, I think for sure. Sure.
How far did it go? I mean, I guess wild minds want to know. Like, I mean, just like literally, you just go like, what could it be?
I think she was beating kids. Because he said that Robin saved a lot of their lives.
Yeah.
So he said for that he would never hate her.
I heard.
Saved your life. So your life was in danger, Paedon?
I just wonder, like, what could it be? You know, and I doubt if you guys have heard this, but it's something that goes on. And I don't even want to say something that goes on. Let me just say I know of someone, there's somebody else.
So third party.
Right. Who told me about this incident that her mom, and to me that's like sexual abuse, but her mom sat back and wanted to look, like held her down and looked to see if she was still a virgin because she was suspecting that she wasn't. And I remember when I heard about it, I was just horrified. I was just horrified beyond anything. But I look at something like that as sexual abuse. Because you're violating me sexually. You're opening my legs to look and see. I feel it's a lot of sexual abuse. So I am just thinking, you know, they are this family. They didn't have any vaccines, right? I'm sure they want their kids to wait. I'm just wondering if she did something like that, which is not okay, of course, because to me that is sexual abuse. If she did that to the girls, because he said that she was very specific about the ones that she abused regularly. So it wasn't everyone that she did this stuff to, but she was specific in her abuse. And he said that Madison had put something out there, and then it was deleted.
Tweet. Apparently that was true.
We don't know, so I am looking towards our subscribers. Please, if you happen to have screenshot that and you have it, could you please send it?
Bro, it's on the internet. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
No, he said that she shut down her whole Twitter.
I know that doesn't mean people didn't screenshot it. Because I actually saw it at one point.
Really? Okay.
I did.
So while Meri is checking that out, but that blew my mind. And then it made me think about Mariah. Remember when she was this was the time when she was Mariah, so I'm going to say she. But remember when she was very angry at her mom? It seemed so weird. And then she was like, you know, my mom has been like, you know, kind of like used her emotionally. And like she has dumped on her so much emotionally, right? Was what she was insinuating. And I always used to think about that. So Meri was not wrapped too tight. I mean, what with all the... I mean, Cody said he couldn't stand her after, what was it? Right after the honeymoon. But Paedon says Cody was not aware of this until years later. And he said that Meri was the favorite wife up until something happened and she was no longer favorite wife. But up until the time he was 12, Meri was the favorite wife. Then something happened, I guess, and she was no longer the favorite. No, that cannot be right. But she was a favorite wife. I don't know how long that lasted. While they were in Utah, something happened, and I wonder if it was this. He became aware of it. Maybe Robbie made him aware of it. Hey, you know something? I have a feeling Mary's abusing the children or whatever. Maybe she had a talk with Mike Kelty because Mike Kelty was her nanny in the beginning or something. So he says, he can never hate Robin because of this, because she saved some of their lives. Maybe they were even contemplating suicide or something. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just so bad. And they were in that house together. No wonder Christine is like, hell no. I'm not going to be in a house with you all. I refuse. I totally refuse.
I couldn't find the tweet. But I need one of our lovely subscribers or several of you all to please email me a screenshot and a picture of it to the email down below.
Yes,
it is in the description box.
Yes.
But yeah, I do, because Maddie I remember seeing it vaguely. I can't remember what it said verbatim, but basically it just said that Meri was a horrible mother and that she could not trust herself with Meri. It was along those lines.
Wow.
I could be wrong, but please screenshot it. We will break it down later.
And I remember Mariah was close to the older children like Logan, Maddie. So I wonder if that kind of that's why when her mom did what she did, it was also probably so hypocritical, because you've been this witch of a woman, probably trying to say these are the laws, whatever, and then here you are catfishing.
My thing is, Meri is, I hate to say it, but she's a fucked up individual. Just like how Cody is.
Yeah.
But I feel with Meri, what happened was, she was here. Yes, she had a bad relationship with Cody or whatever. Yes, she was catfish or whatever. I think Mariah or Leo really took all of that to her heart. Because this was one who said she was going to be living the full polygamy lifestyle. She did. She was in the church. She was doing all this stuff.
She really did. I think really weird. Meri, that's what I think.
I think it was very weird the way the whole thing came out, because then Mariah was like, it just seemed like she just wanted this attention. It just did not seem genuine to me.
It really didn't.
And she said that she learned about being gay through some class in college.
Or Robin said, oh, I feel like you, whatever, and this and that. I mean, Robin, say that to your children. Don't go say that to other people's kids.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying? Especially if you haven't known this girl for, a tic-tac. And then you're here telling her those things. So that whole thing was just very odd.
I just didn't feel like it was coming from a genuine place. That's what I felt like Meri had really screwed up her daughter by her actions. And I felt like the fact that she has Cody as a parent and Meri as a parent is not the best recipe for greatness. You know what I'm saying?
And then you're the only child. There's no other child for you as a buffer.
And my thing is, I always wondered why. How come Meri has this child? It's her only child. She's not going to be able to get grandkids. This child has basically ostracized herself from her.
Yes.
Also does not like her. Why is this happening to Meri? And why is she not being a good daughter?
Yeah.
Me, I just could not understand that at all.
Because she was a horrible mom.
So even Paedon said that's your karma. He said, so God just magically said no grandkids for you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where all of that stemmed from. Yeah. But I do feel like Mariah has this need for attention.
And we talked
about
it.
I feel like Paedon has that a little bit as well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Mariah has that for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And apparently there's this whole thing where Paedon, apparently he's a bouncer at a strip club. Yeah. He was telling people, they were all shocked. Leo was upset because she did not get the attention that she wanted for going to Logan's wedding, even though she don't talk to any of her siblings.
Yeah, she thought she was going to make some drama, and then nobody was checking for her drama.
Because they were checking for Paedon.
They were focused on Paedon, and oh my God, you're a bouncer.
At a strip club and all this stuff, so...
Yeah, so that was, and, Leo was upset about that. Oh, well,
and apparently
the wedding was not about you.
Apparently, Mariah was like, she's homophobic.
Yeah, but thinking her family are homophobic.
It's homophobic because they don't like her.
Homophobic if they like Audrey better than you.
I mean, but it's
just your attitude.
You have Meri's personality.
You do.
And
even though you don't like her, you do.
But isn't that how it is? The child that you're most like, sometimes you don't get along with. Most of the time, that's how it is.
And that's the only child she has. But in a sense, though, too, I do feel... I understand. I just cannot encourage. I'm not speaking about the abuse that she did with the kids because that's totally horrible and completely not okay.
It stemmed from jealousy of the wives
And
that she abused the kids.
And it goes right back to Cody again.
I think it's physical abuse, though. I don't think it's sexual. I think it's physical abuse.
Because
he said it like his life was in danger. Yeah. Talking about how Robin saved his life because Robin was in a very physically abusive relationship. So she could tell the signs. And I was like, okay, so Meri was on the brink of killing kids. That's what I got from it. I'm not allegedly. I'm not saying this is what happened. I don't know. I don't know shit. I am here in Africa. I don't know these people. Yeah. But I do think it was probably physical. Because he was talking about how his life was in danger, basically. Yeah. She saved several of our lives, so I would never hate Robin. Yeah. Robin, who was the most hateable, would not hate her.
Well, Robin was not doing that out of the kindness of her heart. It was to get closer to Cody.
Maybe get the legal wife status.
Yeah, kick Meri completely off whatever thing that she had. Just kick her off completely. And then next, I will focus on Christine. All right. Christine does not accept me. I don't know what I am without being accepted by Christine. I just want to join and help her. And
because it was so odd when she was crying
with a cap in my head, Cody.
It was so odd when she was crying, talking about how
I don't know groveling
what I am.
Because Christine is never gonna love you.
I am, Cody. I don't know what I am.
That's what she has been doing.
I don't know what I am.
And then once she kicked.
Why doesn't she love me?
And then once Christine got kicked off of that because she had got married, Christine, then it was Janelle.
Crazy. This woman
and after she got the trump card Meri had, became that legal wife, waited a few moments, changed accountants because she doesn't want Janelle to be privy to anything. And then she was there
sitting pretty with all the stolen money with my man that I don't love. Sitting at home not doing shit while my man is doing all the work. I respect him though.
And that's my love.
Hello.
That's how I show love, Cody.
Dingbats.
I do love
you. Out
the
Congo. No, not Congo, Wazoo. Out the Wazoo.
Yes.
We're not going to put Africa there.
People be like, Congo, what?
But yeah, I just thought that whole thing was just insane. I just cannot imagine what Meri was doing to those kids. Yeah. The way Christine talked about it, and Paedon said he did not want to talk about it because he knew that it would really mess up, their bag. Because he says that, it's a financial income for his dad and everything, stuff like that, and it's for his siblings. Yeah. So he wants the show to last as long as possible. Yeah. But I feel like...
Oh, did we talk about the Cody? Cody called him. Just called him one day, and then Christine says, "Hey, did your father call and tell us about the arguments that we're having?"
Because Paedon says he actually is hoping to get his old dad back. Yeah. I have something to tell you. Tell you, Paedon, and I hope you watch it, beloved. When people get to a certain age, they ain't changing shit about themselves, and I think it starts between 45 or 40. I think around that age, but definitely in their 50s, they ain't changing. They actually they either get better or they get worse. Yeah. But nobody's changing at 50. Yeah. It's just from my own life experiences, I have experienced people in their older age where they just refuse to change. Even if it's your child telling you that you need to change. You know what I'm saying? Do I accept them as they are, or do I cut them out my life?
That's it.
It's one of those two choices. So he's still in the process of denial. Yeah. I want to thank one of our lovely subscribers who gave me the 5 stages of grief. Shout out to you, sis. Yeah. But she said it was denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then acceptance. I think. I could be wrong. I can't remember. I read the comment 3 days ago. Yeah. But yeah.
I think you got it, actually.
But yeah, he's still in denial. Yeah. As Gwendolyn is as well. Yeah. They have not started grieving that yet. No.
They have to see the whole enchilada. It'll take time. It'll take time. Yeah. And that's okay.
But I'm praying for their healing journey for sure. Because this is not easy. It's very heartbreaking. He even said that, it's really hard for me. And I hate the fact that so many people hate my dad. We don't hate him, Paedon. We just hate the fact that he is not accountable and he has ruined his family. Yeah, that's what it is. Yes, and nobody here is perfect, obviously.
And that he's not honest about it. He tries to gaslight people. So that's what it is.
It's the behavior. Yeah. I don't know him to hate the man. I don't know him from a bag of oranges. So it's just the behavior that
Yeah.
I do not like. And I think it's wrong because
Yeah.
you went into this. You're not being accountable. You're not even being truthful.
And not grateful either. You had, like Paedon was talking about, his mom who worked her ass off, taking care of all those kids through all her pregnancies. You know, she stayed home after she was pregnant with Mike Kelty. So apparently she was working first.
Yeah.
And then we know she was working when she was with Truly. She was working at night as well. But taking care of all the kids, Mariah included.
Yeah.
Meri, Janelle, they worked, you know, and she worked her ass off. Only to have Robin come and, you know, try to kick all these wives off of wherever they were. And Cody just be so ungrateful, not be a leader, you know.
Yeah.
So that is really sad. I wanted to talk on a little bit what Cody has said about we need to forgive.
Oh, did we talk about how Cody called them or whatever, stuff like that?
Yes. So he called Paedon, and Paedon was thinking,
oh, my
hey.
dad, I'm getting my dad back.
And they talked for like an hour and it was great. And then the mom calls, and we know what the mom says. And come to find out, the father was trying to get the attorneys to put in the contract for the kids, for them to sue the kids. Like put in the contract that the kids are not allowed to talk about him, say bad things about him,
or TLC
on their personal, you know, podcast or whatever. And TLC says no. And
that's not right.
But TLC says they said
that
no.
don't sound right.
And Christine has been fighting for this, and so that's why he was there calling Aspen.
Yes, he knew he was not going to win.
Maddie, so calling Paedon, maybe to say as though he's turning over some new leaf, so they have some good things to say about him. Like he is.
That's so sad. Yeah. He said, "Oh wow, this is why he called me." He said my heart was just broken again, and it's just so fucking sad, man. It's really, really sad.
It was the manipulation for me.
I know.
The manipulation, trying to change
that was his
the narrative.
That was his plan B. I'll be nice to the kids if I can't bully Christine and get them to sue them. Yes. But that would be that's my last goddamn option, to go and be nice to them. That's what it is.
And pretend.
Like, that is the
and
craziness.
That he hadn't spoken to his dad for like 8 months, so.
A year or 8 months, yeah.
So that was really.
And then we talked about how he got up on that pulpit and he was talking about how he needs to forgive his dad when it was Janelle's mother's funeral. And Janelle was pissed about that, and so was Paedon.
Yeah, I mean, like, why not? My mom came in. She's a wonderful woman.
So you're talking about her husband now at the funeral when it's about her. Because remember, his dad was married to Janelle's mom.
Like, why would you even say we have to forgive? Like, why would
he has daddy issues.
Yeah.
We've said this. I need somebody.
And
listen.
I think anytime he goes back there to that home area, it comes up full throttle. You know what I'm saying?
There's so many questions I have to ask Paedon. You know, if anybody, knows Paedon, or who can get us getting an interview with him, please send me an email or something, because there's so many questions that I feel like John Yates did not get into where we can really get down to the roots of it.
Yes.
So if y'all can petition him or something like that, or let us know how we can get in contact with him, it's just because I mean, if he's doing an interview, then hey, come to this show. Hello.
There are a lot of questions.
So many questions. Yeah. And I will listen. And while interviewing, I'll be sitting down there jotting notes so I know what questions to ask him next.
Yeah. Now,
but
one other thing, the financial option that he was talking about, that the show is a financial option for parents and several siblings.
Oh, now, because he's a stay-at-home dad, so Cody really ain't got no job. I'm shocked.
But not only that, it says for several of the siblings. We know he's not Logan because we don't see him. Maddie, I can see Maddie, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And her hubby.
Right, but it'll just be Maddie. I'm thinking, well, the hubby also is there, but we see Maddie. Like, these are the people of the show, the family members. Mm-hmm. Okay? But you know who I think is on that list, too?
Aurora, Brianna. But not Dayton, because we don't see him.
We don't see Dayton. But I think they have been splitting this money. It's $250,000. So that means Aurora probably is getting the same amount that Janelle gets.
Yeah, buddy.
And they want it that way, you know why? So that's more money for their household. Cody, Robin, Aurora. So Aurora don't even have to work. And when Brianna becomes out, I think she's 17 now. I don't know if she's 18 yet. When she becomes 18, she'll be getting that money too. There'll be 4 people in their household.
The plot twist is just so deep. We're only halfway into the interview. We have to go back and watch the rest. Because it's just so much pepper and paprika and cayenne pepper in the soup. I can't. I actually cannot.
Let's throw in some oregano.
Oh, and Maggie cube. Let's just put that in there. Let's put that in the soup and mix it up, mix it up, mix it up.
All we saw was your head. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Gosh. Mind blown.
Yes.
Mind blown. I need an interview with that man. I need an interview with somebody in that family. We gonna make it happen, Sister Wife Nation. We gonna make it happen here.
Yes.
But yes,
it is
a shocked and flabbergasted Meri. And a who?
me,
but you guys are like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, y'all. We love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, your love, and your contributions. Bye, and we'll see you for part 4, 5, and 6.
Yes.